In this video we want to calibrate the pH meter with this pH meter with ATC, meaning that it can take the pH of the water and the temperature of the water. So now what we are trying to do now is that we want to calibrate the pH meter. This is the manual. This is the manual of the pH meter. But before you can use the pH, we need to calibrate it. So that's what we are trying to do in this video. So you can see, and if you want to on the pH, inside the top, just shift it to right, shift it. So you can see now that it is on. Can you see it's on? So now you can remove this. So this is the sensors. So now what we need to do now, we have what we need to do now is to dip the pH inside the water. This is just ordinary water, so there's nothing special about this ordinary water. So now what we need to do is to dip the pH inside the water. Just test. Just did the, you can see that the reading is just ordinary water, and if you observe the reading 6.8. The reason is because I already calibrate the pH. You can see before, that's why it's showing 6.9. So now what we need to do now is to calibrate it with buffer solution 4.01. so that's what I want to do now, to calibrate the pH with 4.01 buffer solution. So now what we need to do now is to let me just tear this. Okay. So let's dip this inside. Let's put it inside this solution. And let's try to stir the solution to make it dissolve. And mind you, we are using buffer solution 4.01. So let's stir is to make sure that the solution is dissolved. Let's stir it very well. We dip the pH inside the liquid. What we need to do is to clean the sensor. We need to clean it with, make sure we clean it very well. So the next thing that we need to do is to dip inside the liquid. And mind you, we already pour the buffer solution inside the liquid. You can see now that the reading is 4.0. The reading is 4.0. Like if you observe, the reading is 4.0. So let's try to dip this. Let's try to dip this. You can see now, this is ordinary water. This is ordinary water. So now you can see now that the reading here is 3.9, and let me remove it now and clean it. Let me clean it and dip it inside there. You can see now that the reading is different. Here we are getting 5.8. Why inside the second, let me clean it. Why inside the, you can see we are getting 4.0, meaning that the pH is already calibrated. We got already calibrated before. So for instance, if you want to calibrate, maybe you have not calibrated before, what you just need to do is to use the screw to turn the there's a note at the back of the pH. You just need to turn it to exact reading. For instance, if you are using proper solution 4.01, you make sure that you turn it to 4.01 or 4.00. So for now, this pH is already calibrated. Let's check the second one, whether it's already calibrated. So this is the second one. Let's check this. Just make sure that you clean the pH before you dip inside the water. So now, if you observe now, the reading of this is 0.2. You can see the reading is 0.2 inside the liquid, which consists of 4.01 buffer solution, and the reading is 0.02, which is not ought to be, meaning that this pH is not calibrated. So now the question now is, how can we calibrate it? But I already explained that. So what we just need to do now is to just turn this is the node, and see this is the node. So this is the screw. So you put the screw inside the node and turn. So just make sure you turn it. Turn it in a anti-clockwise direction. So we are going to 4 points. I hope you can see, sir. Make sure that I turn it in anti-clockwise direction. We are going to 4.01. So let's turn it to 4.01. 4.01. Turn it in an anti-clockwise direction. So we are going to 4.01. So mind you, we are going to 4.0. So 0.1, we can leave that is already calibrated like this. So you can see now, this is the buffer solution that we use, which is 4.01. So we already turned the screw in anti-clockwise direction to 4.0. So now let's clean it. So let's dip it inside ordinary water and see what will happen. You can see the reading we are getting 6.1, 6.0, 6. Okay, let's dip inside the liquid now. Mind you, this is the liquid that we pour our buffer solution 4.01. So now what we are trying to do now is to dip it again to confirm. You can see now we are getting 4.0. You see we are getting 4.0, meaning that this is already calibrated. So if you have any question about the calibration, or you want to know more about it, just put it in comments below. Thanks.